Jimbo. Good day, Jimbo. It's a good day, you know. I got a hoodie on for the first time in forever. Maybe I shouldn't. You know, it's still warm. It's still warm out,
Yeah.
but I wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel like it was fall. I wanted to feel like it was like we're close. And we're close. We're close here. We're going to be talking about college football today. We're going to get some college football on here. We got some NFL stuff. There's cut downs, everything to talk about. Some fun stuff. We're just going to kind of bullshit around today. You know, fun little day to be just bullshitting. And also, I mean, come on. Come on, Jimbo. It was a love story.
Three straight weeks. Go ahead.
It was a love story. And she said yes. To the happy couple. Oh, dude, it's going to be as close to an American royal wedding as we're ever going to have. This thing's going to... It's either going to be the most public, bombastic event we've ever seen, or nobody's going to know what happened. There's going to be no in-between here. So, I don't know. Maybe in a stadium. That would be cool. Rent out SoFi. Dude, could you imagine trying to buy tickets to Taylor Swift's wedding? These bitches will murder each other. Everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King. That right over there, that's your good friend Jimbo. And we come at you. All over you. Just all over. We're just coming all over every single Wednesday right here on YouTube, live and in living color. Wonderful stuff here. Thank you so much for watching us here. If you like anything that you're watching so far, and boy, did we start out with a banger, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out tremendously with the algorithm. The more you do that, the more it helps, and the more we love you. If you want to help us out a little bit more financially, we have links in the top of our chat, which is wide open. Come in, say hi, say hello. The boys are hanging out in there. Hamster, ELS. We got Lloyd in there. Is Crafty in there? Crafty might be in there. I'm not sure. But we got a bunch of the boys are in there. Go and say hi to the boys in there. And also, like I said, the links in the top of the chat. You get the donation station. You want to go ahead and give us a couple bucks for the channel, help us improve things, help us buy food, especially me, because I'm poor as shit. Like I said, 17 cents in the account, not great. Also, we have the merch store. New stuff in there going on all the time. You can find out we have our 8-bit shirts. We got some cool Giant stuff in there. New Jackson Dart shirt in there. We got the coffee, mugs, banners. Bengals sell the team shirts. We got all kinds of shit in there. Go in there, find something you like, and if you don't find something you like, mention it in the chat or mention it on our social media, and I'll get around to it. I'll see what we can do for you there. Also, link for our Discord in both the top of the chat and in the description below this video. Plugs are done. Jimbo, as I always do at this point of the show. How we doing, brother, on this wonderful Wednesday?
Not too bad. Talking a little bit before we came on here, and Hamster brought it up. There's football the next 5 days. Some of the games don't seem too interesting, but the one college game I am interested in, he did bring up is Cincinnati and Nebraska. That I think that might have a potential to be a decent game. You know, Cincinnati's a decent school. Nebraska hasn't been decent in a while, but they're trying to come back around and get back into the national spotlight. So, yeah, and then Sunday night we got Notre Dame in Miami.
I'm excited for that one. Notre Dame, Miami coming up on Sunday again. There's so many big games on this first opening week. That's why I like that. I like the idea. And listen, I'm very rarely going to do this, but kudos to the SEC there for saying that starting from next year onwards, 9 conference games, and the 10th game is going to have to be a Power 4 conference scheduled game. So they'll still probably have 2 games where they'll do Sacred Heart or something, and Monmouth. They'll go Monmouth. They'll do something like that. I'm trying. There's. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently, Travis Kelce has unfollowed. Pardon my take.
Unfollowed?
Yeah, from
Wow.
Barstool's Pardon My Take, and I don't know who they were talking to. This is coming from the wife here, so I don't know. Did somebody say something? I'll have to get more information on that. She's not telling me anything. I don't know if they were bullshitting or shitting on the whole Travis Taylor thing. I would think they would know better, especially and under Barstool, Portnoy is a huge Swiftie, so I would imagine that it's not. Let's see. They had the comedian Stavros. Stavros, what's his name? Stavros Halkias, the big fat guy. He's in tires. Yeah. Funny guy. But apparently,
him.
He's unfollowed. Pardon my take, and he's unfollowed Stavros there. And he called the relationship they had fake, and he was kind of doing. My guess is he was doing a bit, and didn't land. So there's breaking news there in the Travis Taylor world that we always love to bring you here. I love to bring you. Jimbo hates it. It.
No, I'm already having my notepad of comebacks. Like, in our group chat, I already said they're going to start off 1-3 and end with a 4.
I did. You did it. And listen, kudos to you for the whole 13 bit. You did very good with that. Yeah, look at you. Before you know it, you're going to be a full-on Swiftie, buddy. You're already there. You're already doing the numerology.
You guys with all that conspiracy shit. And your sister-in-law's greatest comeback ever. No, they're gonna win by 13.
Yeah. I love Robin, but that was kind of the equivalent of a no, your mom. It was not the best. Jeff in the chat, great to see you there. Geoff. He says, "Who cares about Taylor Swift?" I do, motherfucker. I care about Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. And their whole thing. Yeah, hamsters filling them in. He's filling them in. Yes, no. I am the huge Swiftie here. Let's see. There she is. See, she's always there. She's always there, ready to just pop in, say hi, how she's doing. Look at her. She's literally holding up the show. She's literally the pillar of this show.
Yeah, she is holding up the show from us getting onto different stuff.
I love it. So, Ohio State, kind of a bunch of pussies, huh? We've kind of listen. A lot of stuff has come out in the last couple of days about what's going on with Big Noon Kickoff on Fox. Of course, they just signed Barstool and Dave Portnoy to be on their show. They've hired Barstool to be a part of FS1 and to start kind of cross-programming and doing a lot of things like that. So, obviously, one of the biggest games coming up this weekend we were talking about, Ohio State and Texas. 1 versus, what is it, 3? Ohio State's 3, right?
Yeah, I think there's
because I forget if they put fucking Clemson at 3 because, oh my God. Klubnik came back. Oh, they're going to be I'm not sold on Clemson, but that might be a little bit of Irish bias. That's fine. I think Ohio State should be number 2 because I certainly don't think Penn State should be fucking number 2. But whatever. However, whatever. We had our arguments about the rankings already. But yeah, so big matchup at Ohio State, defending national champions, first game against the number 1 team in the preseason there. They have Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns, Big Ten, SEC, big matchup. And you're going to have Dave Portnoy, who you just spent a shit ton of money on, to get him onto your show and get Barstool there, everything like that. It came out that for the final hour of that Big Noon Kickoff there for Fox, it seems like they brought him into, as somebody said, I heard say, to McAfee it up, as it were. Like Fox is looking for their McAfee, who has done so well for the college game day ratings. So they got Portnoy, and now for the last hour of the show, what some might say is the most important hour, the one that's most watched, the one that people really tune in for, which is going to happen inside of the Horseshoe at Ohio Stadium, turned out that Dave Portnoy was going to be banned from being inside Ohio Stadium. Said, no, you're not allowed. You can't be here. We don't like you. Now, of course, when this came out, I believe it was Front Office Sports was the first one that came out and said this. There were two things. One, it was like, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem to make sense. But two was like, oh, this is a Ryan Day team. That 1,000% makes sense. Again, this is the people that wanted to criminalize and have it be a felony to plant a flag in the middle of the field because you lost to Michigan yet again. They wanted to be arrested, record forever. Get in jail. Murderers, you can walk free. People do all kinds of heinous crimes and other shit. That's fine. Don't worry. Cashless bail. You can get out whenever you want. Plant a flag on the sacred horseshoe. Hang them from the nearest gallows. How dare you?
Yeah.
So it made sense. People were like, absolutely. That makes sense. That makes sense. Here's a little rundown here. Dave Portnoy did come out after this whole news came out. He came out and said that he was indeed banned from Ohio Stadium for the season opener against Texas, citing that his Michigan ties and how bombastically he is for Michigan and very much anti-Ryan Day, constantly saying he's been born on third base and thought he hit a triple. You know, that's his whole thing. And said that, yeah, he was told that he was not going to be allowed to go inside of Ohio Stadium for that last hour of the show. Like we said, the most viewed hour of any college show is usually that last hour leading up to kickoff, especially if they're on site, whether that is college game day or big noon kickoff. That's when people tune in because you're getting closer to game time. You have 1 hour to go, and you're there, you're in the stadium, you get the whole atmosphere. I get it, 1,000%. That's when you're going to get your ratings. So why? Also, we'll get into that. I'll get there. So after all that came out, Ohio State came out and said, guys, no. Ohio State would never do something like that. As we all know, Ryan Day doesn't get irrationally angry at people, especially when it's, like a fake Lou Holtz impersonator or, a reporter just asking a question, or even Ryan Day got fucking defensive and angry after he won a national championship during the post-game, like, but that's not Ohio State, baby. That's not how we do here at Ohio State. Ohio State came out and said, no. Their athletic director Ross Bjork. What a Bjork reference here in 2025. Yeah. Who would have thought? I love that Icelandic bitch. He denied that the university actually banned Portnoy or Barstool, because this is the other part too, is that Barstool's has their own. They have their own little like college show that they do, that they stream, and they were told apparently they were not allowed, absolutely banned from setting up anywhere on the Ohio State campus.
Okay,
so there was that part of that as well, but they said no, we didn't do that. This was all a Fox Sports decision. They said that Dave was never going to be part of the segment where they were inside the stadium. They said that's not what that part of the pregame show. Dave was never going to be part of that, so that's not us. We swear it wasn't us. Bjork went on to explain that individuals not at the main desk are not typically granted field access. So that was the other thing, is like, whether he was going to be on the desk or not, was he at least going to be able to get into the game? And Ohio State saying, well, they're not part of the desk crew. They usually don't get in. So that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Portnoy's part of the desk. Like, that's the whole point, is they brought him in to be like their McAfee, the guy to pull in numbers. And this is going to be what I say here. This is where I'm going to pick up, because now Fox has come out and said, a spokesman for the Big Ten Conference confirmed that Fox's understanding was that Portnoy would not appear on the main stage inside the stadium at any conference school this season. So that's what the Big Ten is saying, that they heard from Fox about Portnoy saying that he wasn't going to. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. But this is where my argument comes and stands on this. You've spent, and I forget what the deal was, but a significant amount of money to kind of partner up with Barstool here to get Dave onto to your desk there for Big Noon Kickoff to try to get some eyeballs from College Game Day and McAfee and that crew over to Big Noon Kickoff. Why would you spend that money? Why would you hire Dave Portnoy, a guy who you're hoping is going to pull eyeballs to your channel? Why would you do all of that? And then say, you know what? For the last hour of the show, like I said, usually the most watched portion of the show, we're not going to have him on there. Especially knowing because he is a bit polarizing, because he is such a huge Michigan homer, having him at Ohio State, having him at other Big Ten stadiums like that, would probably get more people to watch to see what the reaction would be, how the fans would react to him inside, how he would react to the fans, how there would be that kind of dynamic there. Why would you not do that? Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So part of this kind of feels like Ohio State bitched to Fox and to the Big Ten. The Big Ten bitched to Fox. Fox is trying to, like, Fox doesn't know what they're trying to do. Now, like, is this going to be because, well, we'll pull rights and can't do this, or we'll go to, like, I don't know what's going on, but it feels like, again, this comes from just Ohio State saying, we don't want him there because Ryan Day, like I said, has a history of pulling this baby bullshit behavior. Yeah. So that's why all this talk about, oh, Fox never planned to have him on the set for that last hour that's in the stadium. They don't plan to do that there. They don't plan to do that at any of the Big Ten stadiums. That all comes off as spin and as absolutely 100% complete bullshit to me.
That's why I'm just like thinking now, because, like, you know, again, we talked a little bit before the show and everything like that. And I agreed with you. Like, it makes no sense. Like, why would you spend all this money? What if it's, to use a wrestling term, what if it's a work just to try to get more eyes on that last hour to say, let's see if Portnoy does show up and break the rule and, break the ban and does, crash the
like he did,
stage.
like with the NFL, he put the fake mustache on and tried to go, and you're looking like Chef Jim Bob there.
Because, I mean, when it comes down to the TV contracts, Ohio State has no say who comes and goes, right?
Yeah, they do. They can say who comes and goes in their stadium. That's their stadium.
So why not? If I'm Portnoy, then fine. I'll set up across the street from.
They said they can't set up anywhere on campus.
Across the street from campus.
We don't. Again, I don't know. I don't know how sprawling the Ohio State campus is, especially around the Horseshoe. Yeah. I'm not sure how far away that would be because, like I said, apparently Barstool wanted to set up their college game day show that they do every week. They were going to do it at Ohio State as well, and they got told you're not allowed to set up anywhere on campus, which is different than what it's been the last couple of years. Like I said, even last year, I believe they were able to go ahead and set up there for the game, so like this comes off as something different, and this comes off as, I think, this seems like it comes directly from Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Because he this is just who he is.
Yeah.
And as much as people want to sit there and defend him or say something like that, Ryan Day is a bitch. He bitches, he moans, he cries. Like we saw last year with the Ty Schmidt from the Pat McAfee show does a pretty banger fucking Lou Holtz impression.
He does.
Ryan Day apparently thought it was Lou Holtz because he started fucking yelling at Lou Holtz and saying shit about actual Lou Holtz on television. Is Ryan Day a bitch and stupid? Like, I don't understand. Like, so this is the thing that gets me. Like, I think under any other circumstance, and maybe any other program, some of this would maybe hold weight as far as, well, it seems like it's a conference decision, or maybe it's between the conference and the network said, yeah, whatever. I could sit there and say, I think that's a dumb decision, but maybe I would believe it more.
Yeah.
But because it's Ryan Day, and Ryan Day has a history of doing this baby bullshit shit that he does all the time. He takes everything so dark. Man, I don't like people that think bad things about me. If someone's at a Lou Holtz, like every fucking time, like, and it's every year, and it's just, it leads me to believe that it's him. It leads me to believe that it's him. Went to the school and said, Portnoy is not coming into this stadium on that, not doing it.
Yeah.
And Ohio State said, sure, okay, we'll do that. We'll talk to Fox and let them know, and we'll talk to the conference. And so you had Ohio State in the Big Ten talk to Fox, and Fox talked to them, and they probably hammered something out. And so that's why it's coming out now as, oh no, Fox said they're not gonna have Portnoy there for the last hour, the most important hour of the show. They're not gonna have the guy they just spent millions and millions and millions of dollars on, and now have a cross promotional tie with that is so deeply ingrained into their sports cable network, FS1 and FS2, and also the Big Noon Kickoff, their attempt to try to be better than ESPN at something. And the reason they brought in Portnoy was to be the Pat McAfee here, and to try to bring in eyeballs and bring in viewers and see if they could beat College Game Day at their own game. But for that last hour, the most important hour, we're not going to have him. What part of that makes any fucking sense from a fucking television executive standpoint? What?
Yeah.
Someone explain it to me. How does that make sense?
The only thing I'll say, I mean, I've said my feelings about Ryan Day, about Ohio State, so this may come across like I'm slightly defending them, but if it was just this week that he wouldn't be there, 100%. Ryan Day, Ohio State did it. But the fact that they said that Portnoy won't be on the stage.
But is that because they're trying to placate Ohio State and make it seem like, no, it's not Ohio State. It's something that we're going to make sure we do for any of the conference games. We're going to make sure that, which again, why does that make sense in any way? It still goes against the whole point of why, if that's what you're going to do, why did you fucking hire him?
Yeah.
Why did you? That doesn't make sense. If you hired him to bring in viewers and bring in numbers and be, the controversial take guy, as we all know, Dave is a very polarizing figure, and people think one way or another about him. Either don't hire him, or hire him, but fucking go all in. This, if what you're saying is true, like this is what I mean, is like, if this was indeed solely a 100% Fox decision, everybody there needs to be fired. Everybody at Fox Sports needs to go the way of Joy Taylor and be fired, which maybe that explains a lot, too, about the executives they have there. But, because that doesn't make sense. You're not going to for a television entity such as Fox Sports, which is hemorrhaging money.
Yeah,
that's the reason why they cut everywhere. They cut all their shows on air. It's why they're kind of joining with Barstool to try to hopefully save their cable network and to save their Big Noon Kickoff and to have stuff like. At the end of the day, why do that if you're not going to go all in? Because again, that's just wasting money.
Yeah.
And not only that, the whole thing is now, if you're trying to get Portnoy, if you got Barstool and Portnoy there to get ratings, to get eyeballs onto your show, and then you're saying he's not going to be on there for the last hour, guess who's not watching your show for the last hour? Because then, here's the thing, anything that was cool or might have been controversy inducing or oh, I can't wait to see what happens, now that's not there. Now it's just the same four assholes you have there that were talking for the last 4 or 5 years that have been on there, which is why you've had fucking ratings problems and people weren't watching your fucking show. So what's the fucking point then? This is what I'm saying. None of this makes sense. So if we're looking at it from that standpoint, listen, I may have been born in a day, but it wasn't yesterday. Actually, it was 2 days ago. But like the bullshit meter on this is fucking going off 1,000%. Like, it doesn't make any sense to sit there and say, most important hour, he's not going to be there. Then why did you pay him?
The other side of this too is Portnoy really hasn't come out. Like, if he really was banned,
he did.
Came out.
He had a whole diatribe about it.
Oh, okay.
On Twitter.
So I didn't see that.
No, of course you didn't. Well, you're working.
Yeah.
You have a job. I'm a loser. I stay home all day and just scrounge. I'm just up and down Twitter, doom scrolling, as the kids say these days. But I don't like it, again.
Yeah, this just
everything about this screams. Ryan Day bitched, cried, and moaned. Got Ohio State and Big Ten to go complain to Fox, and now Fox and the Big Ten are trying to find a way to spin this and say, "Oh no, see, guys, no, it wouldn't be Ohio State, our biggest member, one of our biggest members, and a defending national champion, and one of the programs that bring in the most money for the conference and the network and stuff like that." No, it's not them. We just decided that we were going to make sure and not have the most important guy that we just hired for tens of millions of dollars and his sports company to try to save our cable company. That we're going to make sure he's not on for the last hour because, we don't want ratings, really. We just want to spend millions upon tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars and just waste it all and not have any return on ratings whatsoever. You're expecting me to believe that.
Yeah.
That's what that's what Fox Sports and Ohio State are telling me I should believe. No, I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That makes zero sense from a television network standpoint, from a television production standpoint, from any standpoint. You don't buy, like, that would be if ESPN announced, "Hey, we've got McAfee. We're going to have McAfee on the show. He has this great YouTube show that he has, and he's on WWE. He's live and energetic, and he's bringing new life to shows and everything like that." But for the last hour, we're going to make sure he's off the desk. He's just not going to be there. We're just going to make sure that it's just, the same other guys there, and we love Herb Street and Corso and all these other guys and Desmond with his weird takes and shit like that. But that just for the first hour, 2 hours, it's going to be fun and exciting and field goal kicks and all the funny stuff and McAfee taking his shirt off and doing chants. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be real great. But for that last hour, fuck fun. We're going to be boring as fuck. Would that have made any sense?
No.
Exactly. So tell me where this makes sense. It doesn't.
Yeah.
To me, everything is Occam's razor to me, because it is. It's one of the most simple. The simplest answer is usually the right one. You have a guy who's been an outspoken critic of Ryan Day and who is a huge Michigan fan. And even outside of just being a huge Michigan fan, he hates Ryan Day. Like obviously as a Michigan fan, he's not going to be great with Ohio State anyway.
Yeah.
But it to me, it's not even so much that it's Ohio State; it's that it's Ryan Day.
Yeah.
And Portnoy goes after him 100%. And to be fair, kind of rightfully so in a lot of aspects.
Yeah.
But this strikes me as Ryan Day took it personal, as he does. He's a sensitive lad. That old Ryan Day, he's a sensitive boy. He's mama's a little sensitive boy, He's so sensitive that he has to use fucking jet black fucking shoe polish on his fucking hair and beard. Like, what the fuck is that, Ryan? Like Ryan, can we sit here and talk for a second here as somebody who is graying in the beard and all this? What the fuck are you doing, brother? Like, what is that? Like, that shit is like mannequins
NCAA,
look at that and say, "What the fuck?"
The NCAA football video game looks
more realistic than his fucking hair does. It does. Yeah. Jesus Christ, Ryan. What are we doing here? But yeah, so again, that's my whole take on that situation is that Fox and the Big Ten and Ohio State want us to believe that he's not banned. It's just a decision from the network. No, it's not. It's bullshit. He's 1,000% banned by Ryan Day and Ohio State.
If he's not banned and he's also not going to be at the table, if I'm Portnoy, I'm buying a ticket. I'm gonna sit in the stands.
Well, Connor Stalions already tweeted him and said, "You need a ticket. I'll get you a ticket in there." So, which I loved. I know some people did it. Rich Eisen bitched about it, but Rich Eisen's a fucking weird. I like Rich Eisen, but I also don't like Rich Eisen. It's a weird thing. It's a weird dichotomy I have with the guy. But yeah, he's like, somebody tells Connor Stalions to go away. It's like, why? First of all, he didn't do anything wrong. First of all, I'll say that. I don't know since when scouting has turned something wrong, but you don't want people stealing your sideline signs. Why don't you change them up every now and then, asshole? You know?
Yeah.
And even NFL teams know how to do that, and they fucking have radio communication now. So shut the fuck up. So Connor Stalions did nothing wrong. And listen, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I'm the last guy to really, I'm not defending Michigan because I love Michigan for some great shit. Quite the opposite. Not a big fan of Michigan because I'm a Notre Dame fan. But just at the end of the day, Ohio State under Ryan Day has become so unlikable. And this just screams of yet another Ryan Day bitch fest. And again, if he didn't have a track record of it, I think it wouldn't be as I wouldn't be as adamant about it as I am. But because he is who he is and he has done what he has done, my focus is going fucking crazy, by the way. I am going in and out here on the screen. But because he is who he is and who he's done what he's done, I don't believe the official narrative. I don't.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense. So you're going to and that's the thing that's weird about it too, is that Fox is willing to say this stuff and say, yeah, we're fucking idiots. Yeah, you got us. You're right. Yeah, we're spending tens of millions of dollars for no fucking reason. For no reason.
If this really is gonna happen, Ohio State gave them some type of kickback.
No, I think you might have just had threats. I think it just might have been, we'll pull games from this. We won't do that. We'll look at getting rid of rights deals here and there. We'll it seemed like it might have been that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where you have the executives and the lawyers start talking, and it sounds dumb, but I don't understand what else it could be, because again, it doesn't from a television standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
From just a straight up television a production standpoint, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I again, I'm not exactly sure where I stand on. I know where I stand on it. I don't know what officially happened. What I do know is that what we're officially being told is bullshit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. I am using my own deductive reasoning to say, oh yeah, this was Ryan's day. This was old shoe polish head saying, I don't want Portnoy there. He said mean things about me in third base. So
you do a pretty good Ryan Day.
Thank you. I worked on that. I worked on that one hard. That was one I definitely tried. By the way, thank you everybody for watching us here in Stay Tuned Sports. If you like anything that you're watching, especially us making fun of Ryan Day, if you're an Ohio State fan, I guess you probably don't like it. But please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out tremendously there with the show and the algorithm. Chat's open. Come in, say hi, hello, how you doing? ELS is in there, Hamster's in there. We got Jeff Old Geoff in there. Having a good time there. And ELS in the chat, by the way, he says, all I can say is that everyone is going to watch ESPN College Game Day because of Lee Corso's. That's the thing. If you had a chance, here's the thing, if you were Fox and you had a chance, granted, it was going to be a Cunny's hair chance in hell that you could try to compete with College Game Day on Lee Corso's last Saturday and his last headgear and last thing like that, it was going to be by having Portnoy in Ohio Stadium at the desk, surrounded by Ohio State fans, on the same field as Ohio State with Ryan Day. That would have been your only shot. So to say that you're not going to do that, again, going up against Lee Corso's last game, again, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But yes, I will, of course, be watching. I have made sure. I was going to go visit my parents this weekend. But Labor Day's Monday, so that's a good day. So I can still make it a 2-day thing, but I'm skipping Saturday. I'm going to do Sunday and Monday instead of Saturday and Sunday. So so that we can go see them. Plus, Notre Dame game is on Sunday. I get to go watch it up there with my old man, so that'll be fun. And we'll do all that. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I was at home and properly away from everybody, so I could watch Lee Corso's last college game day and cry my eyes out and realize that the death of my youth is here. And actually, he's been dead for a while, but it's just another one of those nails in the coffin. You know, Hogan's dead, Ozzy's dead. Now Corso's leaving college game day, and it's like, boy, the youth that I had is long wilted and gone, and now I have nothing to look forward to other than the grave. I yearn for the urn, Jimbo.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Where was it? What do you think I was going with that?
There's only one thing you've been talking about for 3 weeks. One person you've been talking about for 3 straight weeks.
What does that have to do with anything?
You only have one thing left to look forward to, and I thought instead of saying the grave, I thought you were gonna be like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding.
Oh, I am looking forward to that wedding, but I just mean as far as well, listen. Here's the thing. I remember when Taylor Swift came out. What was that? 2006. You know, where she was a little 17-year-old little pop country princess, and Romeo, and you're like, oh, look at her go. And now here she is, 36 years old, 35, 36. She's going to be getting married soon to Hall of Fame tight end Travis Kelce. It's like seeing a younger cousin. Just it's like, oh my God, I remember seeing them grow up, and now look at her. She's moving on and doing all this stuff. Also, I don't want to say a family member because I do stare at her ass a lot, so I'll probably change that. Maybe. Maybe one of those people that you consider a cousin, but she's not blood related, so, it works.
So who's going to tell her that she can't fly her jet down the aisle?
Jimbo, if I was Ryan Day, I would ban you from this show for that comment.
Nice, very good, very good.
Although, listen, got to be careful because apparently, if you're making fun, you don't make fun of Travis and Taylor being a fake relationship. Because apparently we're going to be getting banned here. Stavros has learned that, and part of my take is so we got some stuff going on. There's some stuff going on. I wonder how bad it was though, because I think just saying like, oh yeah, I think the relationship fake is whatever. Knowing Stavros, it was worse than that.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was, but just knowing him and his comedic style, as it were, it was worse than that.
I was on break when I saw the video, but like on Twitter. But I didn't click the video to listen to it, and me knowing his character on Tires, like you said, I've never really heard him.
Well, I've seen his other stand up. Like I've seen his actual stand up, and it is, he's very much raunch city. That's he's me, just a lot shorter, a lot fatter, and maybe a little raunchier. Which first of all, that is incredible.
You do have the worst mouth ever heard.
You got the worst mouth I've ever heard on anybody. And I do let's see. I'm trying to figure. It doesn't seem like he said anything too bad, to be honest. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Can we get
delay Travis
Maybe Ryan
Kelce's
Day called Travis
Amazon
Kelce. I don't like
Prime.
what
Hold on. Let me play. I'm going to play it here. Let's see.
To delay Travis Kelce's inevitable Amazon Prime fucking direct to Amazon action movie career that fucking prick is clearly trying to set up. Doesn't he fucking focus on football? It's a fake relationship. It's the vaccine. So the Illuminati give him a fucking billionaire girlfriend, and so he can be in fucking movies. Hasn't fucking focused on football all fucking week, all year. The team sucks dick. The team sucks fucking dick, and then
I don't see anything. I mean, he's just all he did was say like, he needs to focus on football. This fucking fake relationship that I forgot that you can't hear it. Yeah, he's like, he's get the vaccine and the Illuminati, and he worked with the Illuminati, so they gave him a billionaire girlfriend, and now he's like, so. I mean,
that's good.
I get the unfollowing, especially like if it's like you just had this very nice romantic moment, and you have people like that, and it is. I get it. Like I'm not. I don't think it's Ryan Day bad. Like, here's the thing I'll
No.
say. I don't think it's Ryan Day bad. I don't think it's that, but because he's not, like, we haven't seen Travis come out here and say, "Stop talking about me and my girlfriend." Meh. I think it's just a case of, like, he probably knows Stavros and liked his comedy bits and everything like that. It seems like somebody up Travis's alley, and then just kind of see something like this so soon after one of your big things and something like that. And it's like, if Taylor sees it, then it's like, listen, we've all been there where we've thought something was funny and go to something like that, and then the wife or girlfriend looks at you kind of with the side eye, and it's like, delete. Yeah, no, I guess that's not
what
great.
I was going to say. Taylor must have heard, but like, you better be deleting that.
Right, yeah. So, like, it's not the craziest thing. That's not the craziest thing I've ever heard or seen in my life, you know. So, like, I get it. I know, I get it. Oh, boy. So what else has been going on? We got the cut downs happen in the NFL.
Tommy DeVito.
Listen. And this was a
Tom
point.
Brady 2.0.
This was a point that somebody brought up, and I didn't think about it. And then I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. Do you remember after the last preseason game, during a press conference, Mike Vrabel was up there. He was asked a question about one of those players' injuries. And he said, I got no comment on that. And by the way, I don't know how you guys find out about all that, but we got to do something about the rats problem that we have here in this building and find somebody like that. Lo and behold, all of a sudden, who gets picked off of waivers? Old Tommy DeVito and his agent. Little gabagool Mr. Fedora here. All of a sudden, rat problem seems to go away real quick up there in New England. What happened? Oh, somebody had to go get a little talking to from Mr. DeVito. You don't want to see Mr. Cutlets walking through here. You know what I'm saying? All right. So just to let you know, there's a new sheriff in town. Okay. All right. You want to start leaking stuff? You want to start being an unnamed source? You'll be an unnamed source out in the marshes. All right. Just make sure you know that. All right. Before you start yapping your lips over there to the press. You're going to keep your shit under guard, all right? It's not my first rodeo, okay? You got the fens up here. We got the Meadowlands down there. Doesn't matter. As long as it's a marsh, I know where to put the bodies, okay? Gabago. So, I mean, it makes sense to me. All of a sudden, now that Tommy DeVito up to New England, ton of sense. But yeah, I was a little upset because I was hoping they would keep the three amigos together there. Cut Russ Wilson, cut him. Start Jackson Dart. Have Jameis as the backup and DeVito as the emergency third. I would have liked that, but can't always get what you want.
Like, semi-serious here. I'm surprised the Saints didn't go to sign him. You think Spencer Rattler is a better option than Tommy DeVito?
I'm surprised that they went with Spencer Rattler over Shuck. I thought they would throw Shuck in there, but maybe Kellen Moore is that's part of my thinking too. And I was going into the season. That's why I kind of had the Saints winning 0 games, which I normally wouldn't do, but it just feels like that because it almost feels like it's a let's see. At a bare bones minimum, what do we have?
Yeah.
So let me work with this kid. Kellen Moore, another offensive guru kind of guy. Let's work with the kid. Let's see if Shuck's got anything. In the meantime, let Spencer Rattler go out there and get his fucking head caved in. Because that's what's going to happen,
Yeah.
And, the Saints are... The Saints are bad.
Yeah.
And it sucks that they're going to be as bad as they are. But where did I have him on the booty cheeks? Did I have him on the booty cheeks? I'm going to check the booty cheeks here. Here's our top 12 again, in case anybody wanted to see that. But let's go ahead and get the top 12 out of here. Let me look at what we have for the booty cheeks. Because we're going to see that on Friday. I don't have the Saints on my booty cheeks as of yet. You have them at 30.
Yeah.
So you have the Saints better than the Browns. And another team. I don't know who your other booty cheeks team is, but you have them better than the Browns and another. So you have them only being the third worst team.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, I think I had them at what three or four wins for the season.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So I mean, that's not the worst, but obviously not the best.
That's gotta be. I honestly like. Because I think the Browns will win at least a couple more games than them. I think the Titans. I can't remember if I have the Saints as my last team or not. Now I'm remembering because I'm like, I don't know. I don't quite remember. But, yeah. But I think that the Saints are ELS in the chat. He says, yeah, I thought the Saints would have picked up a quarterback as well because the quarterbacks they have suck. And they released Hainer with his very homoerotic headshot. Like, you don't have to pop your ass out. What are you doing, Hainer? This is just how I like to throw the ball. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. I'm just saying it was an interesting promotional shot for his first Saints Photoshop. So whatever. But yeah, Hainer's out there. He's floating around. I don't know if he'll get a job somewhere. There's someone to get a job somewhere. And like I said, I'm glad DeVito got picked up. Best of luck. Like again, I think the kid is good for especially for backup. Like I said, he gave us in a season where there was no love or joy in Giantsville. And I know some people bitched and complained. It's like, oh, he cost us draft spots and blah blah blah. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care at that point. You know why? Because we still got Malik Neighbors, which was we didn't get a quarterback. I'm glad we have Jackson Dart and not, could we have used Jaden Daniels? Probably, but I don't know if Jaden Daniels would have done for us what he did for Washington last year. I really don't. So again, the Giants organization was completely different. So I don't look at it that way. But for that time in that season where everything was just shit and Daniel Jones was injured and we were losing all the games and it was just really fucking terrible. Especially after we had high hopes coming off of a playoff win the year before. Having those couple wins there, having that Monday night win against Green Bay where it's like, holy shit. Because you're going into that like, I don't even want to watch this game. The Giants are going to get fucking murdered. Jordan Love's going to murder us. Like, what are we doing? And then to see, who's this Jersey kid? This kid from right here, Gabagool. Look what he's doing. Tommy Cutlets. Oh, look at him. Oh, on the dime. Boom. He was hitting him right there. Bang. Bada boom. Next thing you know, the Giants win the game. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? For that brief period, there was joy, and Tommy Cutlet mania ran all over the place, and he was a superstar for a good 4 months.
Yeah,
and God bless him for doing so. So, like it was fun, and for a brief shining moment, there was fun to be had in the land of the Giants, and I'll never forget that, and I will thank him forever for giving that to us Giants fans in our darkest moment. At least we had cutlets. How's your boy Tanner McKee? Apparently broken thumb, going to be out for a bit, but not too long. But that's why I guess you guys made some of the moves that you did. Getting you got some backup quarterback, didn't you? From somewhere?
Howell.
Yeah, there you go. You got Sam Howell. That was it.
Yeah, Sam Howell. I mean, for the short term until McKee could come back as the backup, obviously, I guess it makes the right decision. I still like Kyle McCord. We signed him to our practice squad, so he's still technically on the team. I would probably rather ride with him, but I did see we did sign former Notre Dame running back Estime. He's on.
I did see Austin Estime was there, which is sucks. I don't like to see anybody from Notre Dame go to the Eagles, but because then I have to root against them, which is I don't want to do that. I like rooting for Notre Dame. I want to see the Notre Dame guys do well. Let's see.
He came to the right team then. Back to back, baby.
God, I can't wait to see the Eagles fall on their face this year. I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen, but God, if it does, like if they pull a 2018 Like, oh, we're so great. We're the new paradigm for how to build an NFL team. We're gonna be so great, and then they just fall on their face this year. Oh, delicious! I can't wait for it. I'd never shut up. You'd hate doing this show because I would just open the show every day. Just, hey Jimbo, how you doing, Jimbo? How's the Eagles doing? Again, doubt that's gonna happen because that's the thing. Even if the Giants completely suck this year, which is obviously a very good possibility, the Eagles sucking would still give me so much joy. I would still be so happy. Excuse me. That was a coffee burp there. Let me see. What else is going on? Let me see if we check any news. Anything breaking while we've been on the air? I don't think so. And this brings up to a point that was coming on earlier in the chat by ELS, because there was a worry going into this first weekend of really big college football games, and obviously with the NFL coming up in just on Fox will be in 11 days, 10 days. YouTube, which has YouTube TV obviously, and Fox Sports were at an impasse. It was going to be a point where Fox Sports was not going to be on YouTube TV until they reached some kind of contract or deal or settlement or something. I believe the deadline was either today or tomorrow. But this just in from Ari Miroff at My Sports Update on Twitter. YouTube has reached a short-term extension with Fox Sports to avoid service disruption on YouTube TV for the YouTube TV subscribers. The two sides will continue working on a new long-term agreement. So for now, you can watch your football. They knew if you took away football from people, there will be riots. The people need their opiate. The people need their distractions. Now, in trying times such as these, we need our distractions. And what is better than watching Texas and Ohio State clash? God, I hope Texas wins. I'm usually not a Texas guy.
I don't hope Texas wins.
But I hope they win.
I hope they just maul them. Like
I thought you were going full 1920s on me there. I hope they mortarize them. I hope they put them into a pulverational pummel. Yeah, Spike, pummel them. I don't know why. It felt like that's where we were going. It's what it looked like to me. What are we gonna do today, Spike?
I was gonna say you got some voiceovers today.
Listen, I'm feeling a little. You know what it is? I'm filled with love. I'm filled with love today. After seeing those two amazing lovebirds,
Hamster run. He's still talking about Taylor.
with Travis and Taylor. He got on his knee and said, "Would you marry me?" And she said, "Yes." And all the flowers, the beautiful. Which, by the way, you know Jackie, my beautiful wife. You know that she's a photographer.
Yeah.
She is not happy with whoever took the pictures. The flash is too much of a flash. Everything's washed out. That's overexposed. Why are the shadows there? Why are they in the? There's no depth of field. This is too. She went full off. She's just like, as a photographer, it was itching her tism. You could tell she was.
The only thing I'll say is the only reason why Travis had to get down on his knee is get a little bit lower so Saquon and Josh Allen could jump over the top of him. I have seen those memes. Those are pretty good ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like listen, that's the other thing, and I think they understand that to a point. And they even said so on a podcast. It's like the public is going to say and do whatever they want. So like making memes about that shit, I think it's funny.
Yeah,
and I think if you're them, you have to look at that and be like, okay, I get it. Yeah. Having the Saquon jumping over backwards and having the Josh Allen hurdling over both of them, I think that's fine. I guess the Stavros thing was just a toke too far, if you will, and that's fine too. I guess we're all free to do things in this world. Listen, Ryan Day is free to ban Dave Portnoy from the Horseshoe apparently, but.
And be a little bitch.
But I will call him out on that because I think he's a bitch because he's just constantly a bitch. Like I said, last year with the whole Lou Holtz thing.
Yeah.
It's like, because the part of me is like, when hearing him go off after the game, which first of all, you won the game, Ryan. And then he starts going off and ripping Lou Holtz. And it's like, does he not know that wasn't the real Lou Holtz? Does he does he think that was the real Lou Holtz? Like, that's when you start realizing, like, not only is this guy a pussy, but he's fucking stupid. Like, the black hair grease has gone to his fucking brain. Like, what the
Yeah, it seeped in.
Ryan,
Killed
what are you...
brain cells.
I'm sorry, I know we're circling back to fucking, yelling about Ryan Day. I'm trying to move on. Yes, the Ravens also, they made their safety, I believe it was, and we have it here in the chat as well. Thank you, ELS, for the information here. All-Pro safety Kyle Hamilton of the Baltimore Ravens reached an agreement today on a 4-year, $100.4 million extension, the largest, and by a margin, too, for a safety in NFL history. So, somebody else getting paid.
Well worth it.
That's what I mean. The Ravens are good, man.
Yeah,
the Ravens are good. Like I said, if they can be clutch, that's the thing we have to see. That's the one thing we have to see. They have the talent. They had the talent last year. They had the talent the year before. Like, we can say this all the time about the Ravens. We know they have the talent. We know they have the team. We know, like, they everything, offense, defense, special teams. Oh my God, they have. It's just they should have been the back-to-back Super Bowl champions the last 3 years. I firmly believe, like, if we're doing it on paper, like the Ravens should have been that team.
Yeah.
But in clutch moments, they just fuck it up every year. And it's always in the big moments, and it's always in the playoffs. So until they can show that they can overcome that, if they can be clutch in those tight, close games where it's coming down to the nitty-gritty, you're not going to be able to blow out every team. You're going to have to really dig in against the Bills, against the Chiefs, especially in your own division, even against the bad Browns. The Browns beat them last year in one game. You know what I mean? So it happens. Like, you have to show that you can win tough, gritty, 1-point game, 3-point game, 5-point. You got to show that when it comes down to crunch time and to those real clutch moments that you can be clutch. They have not done that in the last at least 3 years, and probably longer than that. And that's where we get the thing of playoff Lamar, but it's not just Lamar. It's the team. Like I said, John Harbaugh has made some bad coaching decisions in that time. Receivers have, we go to Flowers 2 years ago. You have Mark Andrews last year. Like, and Lamar too. Lamar had some bad fumbles and some bad picks and bad situations. It's not just playoff Lamar. It's the playoff Ravens. Yeah. Can they overcome that? If they do, then nobody's stopping them.
Yeah,
like they'll be able to go toe to toe with the Eagles and probably win. Because I would say, strictly on a talent standpoint, I think the offenses, I'll go maybe a little bit equal. Maybe a little bit more towards Baltimore, because I think Lamar is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And on defense, it again close, but I got to give it to Baltimore.
Yeah.
If we're just talking on paper, your ice machine is a fucking cunt. I just want to say that. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. We get it. I want to make ice. All right. Fucking relax. We're doing
Ryan
something.
Day called us and make ice, so. God.
Here I am just losing my mind over a fucking ice machine too. I don't know. I often get upset at inanimate objects. Some people say that's a sign of a mental illness. I say, shut up! Get out of my head! By the way, the Ravens bringing back old Snoop Huntley. Thank you, ELS, for that update. Snoop Huntley back with the Ravens on the practice squad. So Snoop just can't get away from Baltimore.
Was he the quarterback that made the Pro Bowl off of like 6 games or something?
Yes, because all the other quarterbacks dropped out, and so it was just like, who's gonna play? Put Snoop in. He's there. So, interesting. But again, he's back in Baltimore there on the practice squad. So good for him. Hey, listen, Practice. You make some good money. I'll be on practice squad. I will let a bunch of NFLers beat the ever living piss out of me for the money that you can get on a fucking practice squad. Sure, I'm a tackling dummy. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I got a broken rib. That's fine. That's fine. It's good money.
Even if Derrick Henry's coming at you.
Money's money.
I don't know.
And
man.
it's either that or being a prostitute down at the fucking intermodal station in Wilkes-Barre. I'd rather have Derrick Henry run me over than do those unspeakable things in the bathroom.
At least you'll get some drugs at the hospital.
Fun times. Let's see. What do we got? We've been on for about an hour. I don't know what else there was really going on other than, again, some of the college football games. Let's take a look. Let's run through some of these college games here. Week 1. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, this is the wrong browser. Wrong browser. I need Google for this one. CFB Week 1. What do we got? And we know some of the big games obviously already.
Yeah.
And let's see. So tomorrow, we do have some games tomorrow, so that's good. Yeah, we have Boise State versus South Florida. That'll be on at 5:30 tomorrow. Boise State, by the way, ranked number 25. Oh, yeah, ELS, yes, Adam Thielen. We kind of knew this was going to happen anyway. We knew they were working on it. Adam Thielen gets traded from the Panthers back to Minnesota. Minnesota was looking to kind of find somebody to bridge that gap while Addison's out for 3 weeks on a suspension. Boy, do they fill that gap. Adam Thielen's still a fucking dude, man. You know what I mean? So I think they're good. Plus, now you have him on there with Addison and JJ. And then that's the other thing, too. You have a little bit of a safety valve if JJ's not 100% going into this season. And we know he's not. And, if he maybe pulls something or has to sit a game or two, having Adam Thielen there is good. Now, Adam has his own injury issues. If he can stay healthy, though, I think that's a great move for Minnesota. And what was it? I think the Panthers said, their reasoning is they love that guy they have there, Croker, their wide receiver they have there. They like him. They like everything about it. They like how he's developed there. And apparently him and Bryce have a pretty good rapport together. So I think it's a good move. Panthers get a couple of picks. Vikings get their wide receiver to kind of fill some spots here or there and hopefully help J.J. McCarthy in his first couple weeks in the NFL. And again, the Vikings, man, I'm telling you, watch out for the Vikings. They're going to be good. I think they're one of those teams that if they can stay healthy and everything falls right, they're one of those teams that can really. And again, the defense is a big part of that. They got a great defense, and Brian Flores as a DC is good. ELS earmuffs. I think the Vikings are far and away better than the Packers. I really do. So, but yeah, some of the college football there. We got Boise State and South Florida tomorrow. I like the Bulls, but I'm going to go with Boise State. I like the Blue Terps. Yeah. They're playing down in Tampa, by the way, so that's good. Illinois and Western Illinois. Oh, boy. They play on Friday. And then, of course, the Saturday slate. You got big noon kickoff, Texas at Ohio State. Who do you got now? Like, legitimately, yeah, we want to see Ohio State we're going to see them get mortalized. But do you think Texas wins?
I got to go Ohio State just because it's Archie Manning's first real start.
He is the starter now. He is the leader of the program, right?
And I don't know, like he's going to be a very good quarterback, but is he good enough to carry this team to beat Ohio State, to beat these bigger schools? I mean, yes, Texas made the playoffs last year and everything like that, but I just don't think I've seen enough of the team just yet to believe in them. So, and Ohio State, unfortunately, is consistently good every year. So I'm going to Ohio State.
We'll see. Hamster says Georgia Tech and Colorado play on Friday as well as Baylor and Auburn. Yeah, I'm looking at the ranked teams. That's what's showing up here right now. So these are the games that people really care about. Hamster, I'm sorry. No, Georgia Tech and Colorado seems good because I want to see how Colorado does post Sanders. Now it's just Deion coaching. Now it's just Deion and his boys ain't there. So and Travis Hunter's not there. So
yeah.
Now it's time to see, can he do something at Colorado, or not? Hamster says he's going to be a vegetable all weekend. I hear you, brother. I hear you on that one. Just edible city and football all day. There's nothing wrong with that, baby. So you have Texas, Ohio State, Syracuse, and Tennessee. Boy, I'd love to see Syracuse pull that offset. I think Syracuse will pull that offset. I think it could do that. Upset. That's what I meant. Indiana versus Old Dominion. Who gives a shit? Georgia against Marshall. Who gives a shit? Alabama, Florida State.
I'll go Bama.
That's the thing. Can Florida State kind of? They need to turn around something.
After last season,
they don't have Ugalagalele there anymore, which, by the way, he got cut by the Chargers. Trey Lance is their official backup, which, by the way, congratulations, Trey Lance. He looked great the entire preseason. Yeah. From the Hall of Fame game onwards, he looked like a true NFL quarterback, and an NFL backup quarterback, but an NFL quarterback. He looked like, I'm proud of the kid. I just want to say that. I really am. I love seeing somebody who everybody else wrote off and was basically a joke or a meme, and he played exceptionally well. So good for him. But yeah, Florida State, Alabama. It's I guess, is it at Florida State or is this one of those neutral site games like they're going to play in Atlanta or some shit? No, they're playing at Florida State. So Alabama, number 18, they should win. Boy, that'd be fun if Florida State did, though. Get some, because there's a chance we get some real good chaos to start off.
Oh yeah, right off the bat.
So I'm real excited for that. Iowa State and South Dakota, don't give a shit. Penn State, Nevada. God, I'd love to see Nevada win, but I mean, let's be honest. So nobody gives a shit. Oregon, Montana State, nobody gives a shit. Oklahoma, Illinois State, nobody gives a shit. A&M, UTSA. UTSA was actually pretty decent last year. If they go in and upset a number 19 Texas A&M team, they'll burn College Station down. They will burn that place to the ground. North Dakota, Kansas State. Kansas State, they lost last week in Ireland, didn't they? Yeah. So
had a father-son brawl after the game too.
This one's going to be interesting just to see how many points get put on and if they call. I think Florida can reach 100. Florida versus Long Island University. And like I forgot LCC. What the stat was, but the average score they lose to against Division I opponents is something like 72-6.
Holy
is
shit.
The average score.
Wow.
They've had a couple of games, obviously. And they're playing in Florida. I will say this: Long Island University, fantastic uniforms. I love them. It's like that. It's like the light blue and gold. They got a great logo. Love everything about LIU. I think Florida can put 100 on them. I think we might see 100. So that's why that one's actually interesting for me.
What time is that one?
That one is 7 at night on Saturday.
Okay.
Now, again, some of these other later games here that we do have, Texas Tech versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. Again, that's another don't give a shit game. Clemson, LSU. That's a big one. That's a top 10 game right there. Clemson number 4, LSU number 9. That one, I hate Clemson and I hate LSU. I don't want to say either one of them fucking win.
I was going to say, I wish they could just tie. So pick.
Yeah, but we get that stupid fucking 2-point shootout overtime bullshit that
Yeah.
fucking college football does, which I will never stop fucking railing on.
I gotta go Clemson because fuck Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I guess I have to, and I'll root for Clemson to lose the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck Brian Kelly and fuck LSU, so that's always going to lose. Michigan versus New Mexico. Michigan should win that. But you never know. Again, they've got, I think their coach is suspended for the first 2 games because of the stupid Connor Stallion shit. And they got other stuff there, and I think they're starting a true freshman quarterback. Interesting to see how that goes. So New Mexico's got a chance. I won't say they won't. You never know. You don't know what you have. But we'll see. ELS in the chat says fuck LSU. Agreed. Hamster letting us know that LSU and Clemson are indeed playing. Thank you. Arizona State versus Northern Arizona. South Carolina versus Virginia Tech. That one again on
that might
Sunday.
be decent.
That one I think might be a real decent one. South Carolina, I like South Carolina, but they always find a way to lose like some of these early games or non-conference games, especially against teams that maybe you think they should beat. Virginia Tech is not the power that they were.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to South Carolina, there's never really, unless they're playing the Citadel, there's never really a game where I'm going to go like, South Carolina is going to win most definitely. It's like South Carolina should win. Will they win? I don't. South Carolina going to South Carolina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, to cap it all off on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday evening, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish go down to Miami Gardens in the beautiful Hard Rock Stadium to take on the Convicts, as we have Catholics versus Convicts. The University of Miami Fighting Hurricanes. Jimbo, who do you think's going to win that one?
Well, I mean, Miami, fuck them.
Just to let you know where we're coming from.
That's why I'm wearing this.
Yeah, Hamster says we're coming back. Oh, Virginia Tech's coming back. Listen, they have one of the best openings in all of college football. One of the best entrances, clearly. The Metallica Enter Sandman caused a fucking Richter scale fucking seismic event when Metallica played there at Lane Stadium. Pretty cool. I'll give them that. And it's one of those cool things you like to see. It, no matter how good or bad Virginia Tech is, it's something when you see that, it's like college football, baby. We're here. Yeah. We're back. It's ready to go. So there you go. We can pick some of our college football games there. That's pretty nice. I'm not sure if there's anything else really to talk about. I'm not sure there's really anything else going on here, Jimbo.
Just want to reiterate that Ryan Day's a bitch. That's all.
God, fucking.
I don't want Portnoy here. I don't like him. I think he's causing too many problems. He called me a little bitch that got born on third base and thought I hit a triple. Guess what? I'm a national champion, so I get to have you banned.
Like, instead of just realizing that you're a national champion, you won all this other shit, it's like, why are you letting it get, like...
Yeah.
All you have to do is let him in the stadium and walk by the set. And as you do, just hold out the fucking hand with the ring on it and just be like, you can plant your flags and you do all this other shit. You can plant the flag or you can raise a banner. Guess which one I'm doing, Dave? Like, that's how you do that. You don't go, yeah, I don't want him in here. I don't want to even look at him. How dare he come into Ohio Stadium? This is my dojo. Man.
I wish we were talented enough we could, like, draw up a cartoon
Hey,
skit.
man, AI is getting better. AI is getting better. We should just clip that and somebody could do an AI animation. 1, 2, 3. Next thing you know, we got Stay Tuned Sports animated. You know. And I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. Thank you so very much. Oh, yeah, TCU and North Carolina, they are playing. They're ranked, but want to see how Bill does in his first college outing there. See how many shots of Jordan Hudson we got. Because, listen, she may be a crazy bitch, but she is hot. What? I mean, we're going to argue that this 24-year-old hottie is like, yeah, if I'm, half of Bill's age, and I would still be, yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
I didn't say yes or no. I didn't say nothing.
The grippier the socks, the grippier the. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, before we get canceled anymore, which probably who knows how many other people have probably unfollowed us at this point. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports, Jimbo. Before we get out of here, any last thought? Well, let me reverse that. If you liked any part of this show that you watched today, I don't know whether, probably if you're an Ohio State fan, you didn't. But if you liked anything, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out tremendously with the algorithm. And make sure you hit that notification bell when we go live so that you know when we're live. We do a lot of lives, especially coming up here with the football season. If you want to help us out a little bit more financial situation, fiduciary, if you will, cash money, as the kids say, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. We have links for our donation station and our merch store in the description below this video, as well as our Discord, which is getting more lively. We have our Friday forecast sports picks that you can do with us every single week. Compete against me, Jimbo, and the rest of the community. And I still think we have one more spot in the fantasy football. Not exactly sure. May not. I don't know. It might still be there. But, hey, if it is, if you get in the Discord, you can grab it. Yeah, so I think that'll do that. Jimbo, now before we get out of here, any last thoughts?
It took us a while, but, we're finally here. Even though it's just college football.
Even though I've been saying that for the last 3 months. We're here, Jimbo.
I know. Like the Hall of Fame game was like an appetizer.
I was saying this shit like a week before training camp, so I was like, we're a week away from training camp. We're here. We made it. We've made it. I've been like it's just been like anything, the littlest taste. And now we have college football.
Not just college football, but
next week
on paper, good games.
Oh yeah. It's pretty stacked for a week one. It's very good. So I'm excited for that.
And then next week we have the entree.
I was going to say, in just 8 days' time, we're going to be on here. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw Tom Grassi. They're going to be allowing him to do like the thing that obviously he does and that we do, everything like that, where he comments along the game. Except they're going to actually, since the game's on YouTube for Friday, they're going to let him use like the NFL the footage of the game while he does that. Okay. So we're going to have nobody watching us. There will be nobody in here. It will just be us talking to ourselves.
That's okay. As long as we don't answer ourselves.
Well, who else is going to talk to me? I'm friends with I'm friends. I talk to Taylor all the time. Yeah, she's a lovely girl. She's lovely. But yeah, so that's just 8 days away from when we're doing that. Obviously, we have that game on Thursday. We have the Brazil game on Friday. And then Sunday, baby, that's it. So it's all here within 8 days, somewhere between 8 and 11 days here. It all comes down, baby, and we're gonna be there. So make sure you have to hit that notification bell because otherwise YouTube says don't watch them. There's scummy people. You don't want to watch these guys. They make fun of Ryan Day. Why would you want people to make fun of Ryan Day? You don't want to watch these guys. But for those of you who do watch us, thank you so very much. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. We'll see you on Friday for the last preseason Friday forecast, the NFC East. Me and Jimbo going to let you know who we think's winning the division. Does anybody else make the playoffs from the division? What is going to go down? We're going to let you know. And then from there on out, the Friday forecast will just be NFL predictions. So we're here. I can't wait. So until Friday, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your boy King. That right over there is your good friend Jimbo. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. We will see you then. Adios.